All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Nielsen. I'm a full stack software engineer, just graduated from Flatiron earlier in August. I was a former club swimming coach, and I was a head coach for a nonprofit organization, and I have over 12 years of coaching experience. All right, let's jump into the application. So the name of my app is called Triplestamp, Transforming Real Estate Task Management. This is a landing page. We're just going to go over a couple slides. It's a full stack web application designed to organize and facilitate property task management for managers, landlords, and owners. Some of the front-end technologies are React, Redux Toolkit, RTK Query, and Bootstrap for the CSS. On the back end, it's Ruby on Rails using active record associations, and for the database using Postgres, and using GitHub for version control. All right, so kind of the bread and butter of this application are the model relationships, and I think it was a lot of fun working through it. So there's 4 different models. You have a user, a property, unit, and inspection, all using full CRUD. And this shows that this property belongs to the user, unit to the property, inspection to the unit. Okay, let's look at the application. All right, so you can create an account. I'm not going to demonstrate that. We're just going to sign into my account. All right, we've got the dashboard. You have your profile page. Here we go. You can edit the account. You can delete the account. Not going to do that. Let's go back to the main page on the dashboard. And you have some of these shortcuts, which there's other places where you can do this, but you can add a unit to a property. You can add a property to your portfolio, and you can create a new inspection. Let's add a property though. Plaza. Add it. Let's add a unit to it. Potato, add units. Let's add another one. Second potato. And if some of you caught it, this will change in real time. Delete this, and it updates on the front end and back end. And everything's rendering without a refresh, just using React Router v6, which is awesome. And let's delete this property. Let's get rid of it. And let's go to Paradise Village. Sounds like a fun place. Okay, here you have the list of your units with a unit number, the labels, which is optional. You can edit it, change the information. It updates right away. But let's add an inspection to barbecue place. All right, here it has a drop down. You have a selection of the different units belonging to that property. Let's add a new inspection. We're going to call it 2023 annual. I'm going to put it in all caps so it's easy to spot later on. Change the type, the status. That's going to be upcoming. And let's change the date. Wrong way. Here we go. January 1st. Add it. Okay, let's go to our inspections. Bam, it's right there. All right, let's say we made a mistake. We actually completed it. Let's change this to 2022. Change the date. Keep going the wrong way with this little modal. Okay. Say we did August 1st and it was completed. Updated. Not there anymore. Let's go to completed. And voila. We have 2. What is it? Not sure why 2 are there, but let's delete 1. And yeah, going back to the relationships is, since it's all connected, in Ruby, you have just this little attribute called dependent destroy. So we delete this unit here, barbecue place. It's going to delete all the associated inspections along with it. So let's delete it. And they're gone. No more barbecue place. We can look at all the inspections. These are just sorted by the status right now. all the barbecue place is gone. So the cool thing about that is, one, the relationships, but using RTK Query to fetch the data and cache it. Can you guys see the VS Code?
Yeah.
Okay. So typically in like a standard fetch request, JavaScript fetch request, you'd probably have it in your form, or you would have your fetch request in your app. Like that's a common convention. But with RTK Query, you create this this folder. It's just standard convention. You create this API slice. So I call this my property API slice. And these are all the fetch requests for the properties, the inspections, the units, and I think that's it on the properties. And so here's a fetch request. This is based on the user ID. So anything that belongs to the user. This is fetch request for a specific property. You can find the units based on the property ID. And there's just all full CRUD is right here: create, update, the read, and the destroy. So that was pretty cool and fun to work with. It was really hard, but definitely rewarding learning that. All right. So let's go back to the slideshow. And yeah, going over some of the biggest challenges was just learning these new technologies, and pretty much in 2 weeks, you have to learn it all. Redux Toolkit, RTK Query. It felt like I was learning a new language, but really rewarding. And Formic it's a controlled form library, and then having learned Bootstrap, I learned different technologies, but this was the first time dealing with Bootstrap. So yeah, thank you for joining, and here's my contact information. Does anyone have any questions?
Awesome, Kevin, thank you so much. Yes, please make sure to write down Kevin's information, or again, take a screenshot of this so that you have it and you can reach out. This was amazing. I have a clarifying question, and again, if anyone has any questions for anyone now, please feel free to put it in the question and answer box. I'll make sure to field it to our participants. But my question is just a little bit of clarification. When you were going through some of the challenges and the things, when you were saying it took you however long to learn like Bootstrap and to learn the API query, was it? How were you teaching yourself that, or was that part of the curriculum?
So those new technologies were self-taught. Self-taught, yeah.
What I thought. Just wanted to
Yes.
be sure I drove that point home. And then how long did all those relationships take you?
The model relationships, let's see. So we had a few days to plan out our project where we weren't supposed to code at all. And so it probably took a couple days and a lot of refinement. You know, I'm a firm believer, like with writing papers, like just get all the information out, try to get that laid out, and then just clean up and fine tune. And so I think in the beginning, I probably overcomplicated it and just decided to simplify things and to make it easier to plan out and organize. And you know, some of the best applications out there are just, they're simple to use and simple concepts. So yes.
Awesome. Okay, we have a couple of questions in the chat, but Charis, I think is how you say the name, but is a former property accountant here. So
okay.
Funny enough, is this a standalone product, or do you envision this integrating with another property management platform? Same question that you had earlier, but all three of these projects are amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Charis, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But yeah, right now it's a standalone project. I have looked at, so part of the inspiration is one, my father is in property management. He does that as well, but I also found a company called HappyCo, and they're like a property management application. And they have an API that you can work with that I've kind of explored and dabbled with, but I'm not quite sure how I'd integrate it into the system. So that'd be something new to learn. for sure.
Awesome. Okay, there's a lot of questions coming in about the recording. Yes, it will be on the Flatiron YouTube